Hey you guys, Erin here at EatMoveRest and welcome back, or if it's your first time to our channel, then welcome. So we're shooting a day in the lifestyle video for you guys today. We'll be sharing some delicious meals with you guys, some new recipes that you haven't seen before on this channel. We're also going to be emphasizing how we live a toxin-free lifestyle. Rather than worrying so much about what detox you need to be taking part in, it's more important to just avoid these toxins up front as much as possible. When you step outside your front door, it's easier said than done because you're automatically subjected to smog and smoke and dander and pollen and dust and all kinds of environmental toxins. So we're gonna share with you guys how to optimize your living environment at home so you can really thrive, and rather than worrying about detoxing, you can just be avoiding the toxins altogether.
Here with the squad, everybody tryna go, yeah, the party jumping off, hey, we putting on a show, trying to catch a vibe, we do this every time, like, na 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 na, feeling like
Cheese.
Say, I'm Max.
I'm Max.
Say, my name is Max.
I'm Max. Her name Max.
Good boy.
So you need food, obviously, to survive. So it's super important to have the cleanest, healthiest, freshest food available to you. More importantly, you need water before you even need food. And beyond that, something we never think about is the fact that we actually need air even before we need water. So we're gonna share with you guys how we live a toxin-free life in regards to all aspects, from food to water to air to everything beyond, to spirituality and what you're putting into your mind. Before we jump right into the breakfast recipes, I just want to give a shout out and a huge thank you to today's video sponsor, Molecule. So we recently got 2 Molecule air purifiers, the mini, which is up in our room, which is great because it's super portable and easy to carry with us wherever we are in smaller spaces, and then the Air Pro down in our main living space, which is like our kitchen living area where we literally spend like 99% of our time in our house. The first thing that drew me into Molecule when I was looking around online for air purifiers is that it's just so aesthetically pleasing and it kind of goes unnoticed in our home, but when people do notice it, then it catches their eye and they're like, what is that? It's so cool. So I love knowing that the Molecule is getting rid of viruses, bacteria, and mold, especially in the summertime. There's a lot of stuff floating around with the doors open all the time, and the fact that we live in an older home. So it gives me peace of mind knowing that the Molecule is taking care of a lot of these pollutants and toxins floating through the air. Something we don't think about often is if you have carpet or rugs in your home, they can harbor a lot of gunk as well as off-gassing VOCs. So things like paints and carpets, new furnitures, a lot of these can off-gas these volatile organic compounds. So again, Molecule comes to the rescue. Another thing I love is that it helps to get rid of food smells in the house. So of course, Dusty and I are always cooking and baking and making all kinds of smelly foods with our spices and seasonings. And while I was pregnant, a lot of that made me really nauseous. So again, Molecule to the rescue. And finally, having a newborn. This is huge, you guys. So the Molecule also doubles as a white noise machine. So there are so many reasons why we've been loving our Molecules. If you guys are interested, as always, there will be a link below in the description to check them out, as well as a discount code. Without further ado, we're gonna jump right into breakfast. We've got an amazing cherry oatmeal recipe. It's been Max's go-to and absolute favorite lately. And stone fruit is in season. So cherries, peaches, nectarines have been so amazing. And then we're gonna make a smoothie, which is gonna be a cherry berry green smoothie. So it's gonna be ridiculously antioxidant rich. Again, when we're talking about avoiding toxins, antioxidants are going to attack free radicals in your body, which equals better health, less toxins. So I'm making Max's favorite cherry pie oats, and I've been adding 1 cup of soy milk and 1 cup of water. Adding the soy milk makes it just a little bit more creamy, and then rolled oats. So I also like to add in just a dusting of vanilla bean powder and some Ceylon cinnamon. I get both of these on Amazon. So then I add a ripe banana and some frozen cherries. Then I usually top Max's with a little drizzle of maple syrup and also add in some cashew butter for added healthy fats and just to make it a little bit more creamy and more like cherry pie. Just gives it a little richness. Another area with food that we try to steer clear of toxins is by using stainless steel appliances instead of non-stick.
So it is banana day. All of our bananas are ripe, so we are peeling and freezing them. We buy bananas by the 40-pound case. It's super affordable, and we have food and smoothies for weeks. Today we actually had too many to fit in the freezer, so I'm gonna dehydrate some bananas. So I bought some dehydrated bananas in Costa Rica while we were there, and they are the best thing I've ever had. So I actually did this a few weeks ago as I dehydrated a few of our own, and I'm doing that today. I'm making a whole bunch. Highly, highly recommend if you guys have a dehydrator. So the main thing is to wait until you have leopard spotted bananas just like this one. So a lot of people say they don't like bananas, and I ask them to show me the bananas they're eating, and they're green, and if they're yellow, they're definitely not ripe like this. So make sure they're freckled, freeze them and eat them then, because that's when the starches have converted to sugars and they will be sweet and good.
So for our cherry berry antioxidant rich smoothie, I'm starting it kind of the same way I start all of our smoothies, and that is with some healthy either flax or chia for omega-3s. I'm also going to add in some protein powder, and for iodine, adding some dulse flakes. Also going to be adding in a boost of greens powder. This is the Beauty Greens Collagen Booster from Sun Warrior. Next I'm going to add in some celery and some dino kale from the farmer's market. Then I've got a mix of frozen blackberries and frozen raspberries. Since we're on a cherry kick, I'm going to add more of the frozen cherries to our smoothie. Last but not least, 3 frozen ripe freckled bananas, and I would guess there's probably about 3 cups of the mixed berries in there. So it's gonna be really antioxidant rich.
Coupe only sit 2, but in the back I got 4. Talking about this high life, I mean as high as it go. That's kites, planes, clouds, the bank accounts that I own. Funny thing, it all started from a pen and a poem. Whoever thought that this could pay off all of my student loans? About to throw a party, invite everybody I know. Let me send a mass text to everyone in my phone. That's good food and drinks. My mood makes you think that this life's made for a king. The room starts to shake, so smooth if you blink, you might just miss the whole thing.
So we've been composting for a few years, and I can't believe how much it saves us in the way of like garbage. I can't believe we ever used to throw our scraps away. Literally, we have like 1 small bag of trash a week, and yeah, the rest is food waste. And again, it's not pretty, but I'll show you guys what's going on over here. This is our compost bin. I built it out of cedar, like I said, a few years ago, and it's great. You just put grass clippings or leaves on top of your food waste and then rotate every other. So it breaks down incredibly fast, and right now in the peak of summer, I've got so much stuff in here. It's crazy, but in just a matter of a few days, this pile will be like half as tall. It breaks down really quick.
Okay, so other than air, water, and food, what other toxins are we exposed to or can we get rid of? A huge one in the household is Wi-Fi, and pretty much anywhere you go, Wi-Fi is just beaming through and all around you. So it's really important to get outside, to go barefoot in the grass, to get a healthy dose of sunshine. You don't need to slather sunscreen on 24/7. In fact, a healthy amount of sun is really great for you because it's going to boost your vitamin D levels, it's going to boost your mood, give you a healthy glow. Obviously, doing it in moderation is important so you don't burn, but we've been going for these morning daily walks as a family and absolutely loving it. We get Max out, he gets to walk Bo at some point. We go barefoot, and it just feels so energizing and life-giving first thing in the morning. So for lunch, I'm gonna be making a Mexican-inspired salad. So I am cooking some short grain brown rice on the stovetop, and then I soaked some black beans overnight, and I'm cooking those up in the Instant Pot. It's definitely the quickest, easiest way. Again, if you're trying to avoid toxins in the form of canned foods and just have your food be more digestible, more palatable, and more nutritious, dry is the way to go. So that's the way I'm cooking that up, and then I'm gonna make a delicious mango lime dressing to go with. Sometimes I'll also add in hemp seeds. It makes it a little bit more creamy and more protein rich, as well as lots of healthy fats added in that way. And then you can chop up whatever fresh greens and veggies you have on hand. Romaine goes really well with Mexican dishes, and I'll probably do some bell peppers, cherry tomatoes, and maybe some frozen thawed sweet corn. Oh, and like I said, stone fruit is in season, so I'm gonna chop some peaches, nectarines, and cherries and have those for munching too. So I'm just adding some brown rice and black beans to my salad for a little extra calories, and then I'm gonna top it with this mango, lime, and hemp dressing that is seriously so good. It's so simple too, just 3 ingredients. So the main reason that we're emphasizing toxins and living a toxin-free lifestyle in today's video is because honestly, I feel like a lot of times, especially lately, when I get onto Instagram or when I pick a podcast or an Audible book to listen to, there's always a point where I become very fearful because they talk a lot about toxins and different threats in our world today. There's a lot, right? And it all just gets me feeling very anxious and almost like I just want to stay home and shield myself from everything. But I've kind of learned to shift my perspective and instead figure out how I can empower myself at home. So, you know, breaking down like how can you avoid toxins in different areas of your life at home where you spend most of your time, right? So you can empower yourself through the foods you eat. So that's why we really emphasize eating whole plant foods as close to their natural state as possible, and buying organic and fresh and seasonal and local if you can, and non-GMO. And you've heard us talk a lot about water. So, you know, we've talked about reverse osmosis and also our Kangen machine that also structures your water and also filters out things like fluoride and chlorine. There's so many scary things in the water today. Even beyond that, we've really been looking into air quality lately. So it's been really hazy on our walks the past few days, and there are wildfires going on all over the place, which is just terrifying. And you know, there's molds in old homes like ours, and in new homes you have to worry about VOCs from brand new paints and furnitures and carpets and stuff like that. So we really wanted to focus on purifying our air, especially now having lived. You know, it's one thing to be on your own, but then being a parent and then a parent of 2, you just want to make sure that you're living in the safest and most comfortable environment possible.
Show Dad what you found.
Buck.
Here, show me. Show the camera.
Buck. Buck.
Say locust.
Look at this. Hey, Mom.
Alright, you guys, so we are gearing up for dinner time. The other day I saw this amazing looking meal on Instagram, had to screenshot it. So it seems pretty simple. We're gonna do our best at it. We're gonna be making loaded baked sweet potatoes, and we're gonna pop them in the oven. And then when they come out, I'm gonna whip up some guacamole. I'm also gonna make some cashew cream to drizzle on top. We just cooked up some sprouted chickpeas, and we got some fresh organic sweet corn from the farmer's market on Sunday. So we cannot wait for this meal. Full disclosure, today has not been perfect despite what it may look and seem like on our channel more often than not. But yeah, we have a toddler now who is non-stop, and he's napping less and less. And we have a newborn who, to be honest, cries a lot more than Max did, and she very much likes to be held almost constantly, and that's totally fine. I love it. So I feel like we're really burning the wick at both ends right now because I think we're both craving a little bit more of our own time, just quiet alone time, or maybe time to work out. And you know, it's really difficult with 2 now, and having our hands full with a budding business of our own that we're trying to keep afloat and keep growing. So it's been really difficult to keep the balance. We both feel like we're craving a little bit more consistency. some type of a schedule, but then it feels like once you have that schedule, it doesn't go according to plan, and that can be really difficult, especially if you're kind of an inflexible person like I tend to be. So, you know, you get a bad night of sleep because baby keeps you up all night, and then that schedule you're trying to achieve just never falls into place. So we're kind of like feeling like, you know, the truck is stuck in mud and the wheels are just spinning and the hole's getting deeper right now. So kind of trying to just find the balance and honestly not go to toxic places in our minds. So that's another place to steer clear of toxins, is just the stinking thinking, the negative loops in your head, and how can you stop that in its tracks and replace it with positive. And you know, like, even when we feel like our spirituality and our faith has been failing lately, which isn't a good feeling at all. You know, we beat ourselves up when we miss church, or when we knowingly know that church is coming up and decide to stay by the pool at my parents' house instead, but then being like, is that so bad? Or is it not? Did we maybe get what we needed in regards to like this quality family time that seems too few and far between? So just a little food for thought. And honestly, you guys, like, our lives are far from perfect, and our relationship is far from perfect, and we're not perfect parents. You know, we raise our voices and then feel horrible about it, and we bicker with each other and then make up, but we're doing our best, and hopefully you guys are just cognizant of that. Like, we are real people, and we do our best to just put our best foot forward for you guys, because we do want to be inspiring. But on that same token, on the flip side, we also want to be relatable and let you guys know that we're real people too. So if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments below. That's some good stuff. Alright you guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video and the recipes. Give them a try. Let us know in the comments what you're excited to try. And as always, leave us some love down there. Share with us how you're cleaning up your household. And what else?
Follow us on all forms of social media. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, at DBStanzik, at Erin Stanzik, and of course at EatMoveRest on Instagram. And join the EatMoveRest fam here, and if you have a friend or family member who might enjoy our channel, grab their phone, hit that subscribe button for them, and make sure the bell is clicked to turn on notifications so you'll get alerted when we put out more content here on our channel. Hope you guys have a good weekend. EatMoveRest, your best.
Bye guys.
Bye, guys.
Say peace.
Peace.
Bye guys.
Peace.
Say I have
Peace.
a poopy diaper.
Say everybody poops.
Everybody.
There are 3 things we all do every day, and we could all be doing them better. Eat, move, and rest.
We're Dusty, Erin, Max, Olivia, and Bo, and we're the Stanziks.
We aspire to live a plant-centric, faith-forward, healthy lifestyle and welcome all of the adventures that accompany it. Join us every week as we blend, chop, juice, run, lift, ride, and master our minds in between on the ultimate quest to find better balance, deeper connection, and true happiness within.